have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. All right, good day to everyone. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am that guy, Billy E. Jones. Remember, you can see and watch the Talk Beat Jones live on the R.J. Watkins page. That's right. You can go to the R.J. Watkins page. You can watch the program live, and or if you want to check it out a little bit later, you can do that again. That's the R.J. Watkins. You go to with their, like that scanning code. You look at that, and we have it all set up for you. And again, that's tell your friends if they missed us today, they can watch us at any given time. And don't forget, you can go to TV 33 on demand and pick up any of the shows from this year, today, last year, year before, and year before that. That's right. We have that many shows on demand. All right. I have a call. I'm going to bring him in right now, and I'll come back to my intro. Mr. Leo, is that you?
Hello?
Hello. Hold on, Leo. I got you. Don't talk to me. I'm going to finish my intro, and I'll bring you in shortly, okay?
I can barely hear you.
That's okay. We'll bring it up. We got you going. There we go. Hey, Leo.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure you hear me because I want to let you know. Remember that, Talk B. Jones, we on the air every Wednesday at 10 a.m. That's right. We're on the air every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And, of course, you can go to TV 33 on demand and pick us up at any given time. Also, don't forget about YouTube. You can go to YouTube, TV 33 on demand, and of course, you can watch us at any given time. Turn your radio down, Leo, okay? And
yeah, you got to turn your voice up.
I will turn it up, but you just got to keep your radio down so that people don't get confused and think that you are the host from Oakland, California, okay? Okay. Now, family, we want to thank you again, and so, take your time and let your folks know that guy, he's ready for us today. We haven't seen him in this particular setting in a while. That's right. We're in the Virgin Islands. And in the Virgin Islands, guess what? You can call us at this number, 313-365-7327. I'm going to give it to you one more time. You like me to give it to you one more time? Here it is. 313-365-7327. You can call in. We can take you live. And also, we have a second number. That number is, again, 313-365-7379. Once again, that number is 313-365-7379. How about that? Give us a call, and we'll talk to you on the Talk Beat Jones, where we take it live all around the world. And we also, again, we appreciate all your support, all your likes, and all your sharing, and all of those things that you're doing to make the Talk Beat Jones a popular program on the TV station TV 33 as we continue to go around the world and people are joining us. I will give you an update about that Jones-Size Zoom. We are still continuing with the Jones-Size Zoom. We're doing some tweaking to it, but you are able to talk to me. I am that Zoom guy, that Jones-Size Zoom guy, Billy Jones. I do that. Fitness is my business as well as the talking is my business. That's okay. Don't talk to me. I'll come to you when I'm ready to talk to you, Mr. Leo. Just listen like everybody else. Listen, Leo, don't disturb me, please. Okay, so we're doing all of these good things to make it work for you, family, okay? So we're in a new studio, so we're doing some, what you call some twerking. No, some tweaking. That's what it's called. It's called some tweaking so that we can get all the things right. So, Leo, we'll get you there. We'll get you there. This is the studio of the Virgin Islands, okay? So, family, what's happening now is we're going through I want to come in and kind of hit on politics a little bit, but I also want to hit on sports a little bit. Some things that are happening here around the world. That's kind of tricky. It's almost like, what's that guy, Richard Nixon? They call him Tricky Dicky, Nicky, whatever it was. But we are at a time, family, we're at a time now that the political situation is that what are we? Are we in the North or are we in the South in America at this point? Are we going back to the Civil War days where the country is divided in terms of where we are? Are we divided between people saying, well, I don't want my granddaddy making decisions for me in this country, in the United States? I'd rather have a person who got about 80-something trials, situations, and they're talking about what things he didn't do or wouldn't do. And he's running for president, and he seems to be capitalizing on all of the rebels in America. That's right. People tell you that you can't do something, hit your hand, you say, what? I'm going to do it anyway. So that seems to be, I got you, baby. Yeah, you got a good one. So it seems like that's what the people are liking, is persons who are rebels and can say, I do not go along with the system. I do not go along with the rules that have been established by the wonderful folks in America who have died for the right to say this is the way America should operate, those who wrote the Constitution and also those who are still writing the rules of today. How about that? How about that? So as we're looking at how we are going today, we have diversity running for president. We have a Donald Trump running for president who says that, from my understanding, and somebody can call and correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe in just cutting down the cheese and get down to the grit. If a person who's running for president says that I'm going to take that office and I'm going to revamp it to make it so that I can be more of a dictator, is that what you are looking to have in your system, a person that is looking to be the one voice, the one rule, the one person that says this will work, and all of the other people that are representing that group of folk says, okay, and it's done. It's done. You know, the good thing where people say, well, there's an argument on the A side and an argument on the B side. Well, if you don't have an argument on the A side and just listening to what B is saying, then that's a dictatorship. Everybody's falling in line. Is that the way it's supposed to be? Is that the way it's supposed to be? Everybody falls in line. When you're at home, do your wife fall in line to everything that you say? Ask yourself that. So are you willing to bow down to someone that says, if you don't do it like this, I'm going to call you these names, give you this situation here, and make the people feel real bad about you? How about that? Now remember, everybody makes their own decision. So when I put it out there like that, you can say, yes, that's the way I feel. And if that's the way you feel, more power to you. More power to you. Have no problems with how you feel, because they say the vote will determine the top dog in the fight. That's what they say. That's what they say. Now, we'll find out as time is going on. But, folk, let us look at where we are and smile. We can smile because, remember, everything that the media is putting out there, everything the media is interpreting, those are folks who do like you. They're trying to breathe, and they're trying to make their money. So how they put a slant on the situation, it may be how the money is blowing. And you say, Billy, what the heck do you talk about how the money is blowing? They be reporting the news. If you notice, the news and the media will give you that in parcels. They don't give you the whole particular thing. Here's what they're doing, but here's in the end is what they're trying to do, and this is where they're going. This is the trick that was used before, and they pulled it out, and this is what they're doing now. This is how you're being fooled, and this is now why they tell you that, oh, the media is not reporting the proper information. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Have you found situations where they did not know what they were talking about? Well, I see people putting their hands up. So if you're putting your hand up, that means that you've seen something that the other folks been talking about, and there may be some truth to it. There may be some truth to it. But was it just an error? Think about that for a moment. I want to bring in a person who's been in politics. I don't know how up to date he is on his political ideas today, but then before I go there, you know, and when you look at me, remember, family, I'm a guy. I don't mind having a little controversy. I don't mind folks saying, well, what is he talking about? I don't mind you calling and voicing your thought, your feelings, your thoughts, and your emotions or your ties. I don't mind. Because remember, we all have our own views, our own opinions of situations. And I'm not here to make yours change. I'm here to say, here's a thought. What is your thought? What is yours? And my thought, as I'm speaking right now, I'm thinking about the Vice President, Ms. Harris, the Vice President Harris. I'm wondering, with all of the hoopla that was going on about them choosing a black woman for Vice President, and all of the groups, and all of the fraternal groups, ladies, where are you in the support? Not waiting, because you can see the other opposition is not waiting to make their attacks. So where does the socializing stop? Where does the situation of she's a part of our sorority? Where does the process of the sororities and the brotherhood of the fraternities get together and understand you need to get yourselves into this and support the person that you said, we want her to be the vice president? Where is her support? It's not all about the support for Joe Biden. It's not all about the support for just Joe Biden. Where is the support of the ladies who were so emphatic about the fact that they got the sorority sister in the White House? When do the party lights stop and the business start of helping your sister deal with the attacks that have been thrown her way and essentially thrown to our country to dismiss the viability of your girl? I'm going to ask Mr. Leo Brazil. Mr. Leo Brazil, give me your take in terms of what is happening in the political ranks of the presidential race at this time. Would you do that, sir?
Well, Billy, first of all, let me tell you, I am afraid. I'm afraid that our democracy is facing a test that it will not meet because, first of all, people don't understand what a democracy is.
What is a democracy?
A democracy is where everybody has a say-so, meaning that we have a table, a decision to be made, and everybody who can sit at the table has a say-so. And when you don't agree and come to a majority, you then take a vote.
Now that's a democracy.
That's your say-so. Your vote is your say-so. So if I can keep you from having a vote, then you don't have a say-so. You can sit at the table maybe, but you can't talk. Your voice is your vote. And so people don't understand that. So they're still arguing whether or not I'm going to vote.
Yes.
Or why are they making it so hard for me to vote? Because they don't want you at the table. So that's the main thing that we're talking about right now, is saving our democracy. Well, if you got 330 million people like we have in this country, and you heard me say it all the time, and I still say it, 1/3 of America are damn fools. They are going to talk themselves out of voting, or they don't understand how to vote, or it's too far to go, or whatever. Whatever they do to keep you from having your say-so, that's where we are.
Okay.
Well, the people that can have their say-so, if they are divided and can't ever agree with anything, and you see that's where we are right now, it's supposed to be a 50-50 country, wouldn't you like your daddy to just come in and say, all right, all y'all shut up? here's what we're going to do. And everybody don't like it, but they say, yes, Daddy.
All right, Don.
And they look at Mama and see if Mama could intervene for them, and Mama just drops her eyes to the ground, and Daddy don't have no mess.
Mm-hmm.
Papa don't take no mess.
Hey.
Is that what,
Ow! Come on now. Papa don't take no mess. Mama don't deal with no stress.
That's where we are. So Trump is coming along and saying, I'm going to be your papa.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people that's been disagreeing with you and treating you mean and everything, I'm going to kick their butt.
That's right.
And he's lining up who the people are that he going to need to kick your butt.
Right.
And it's called Project 2024, 25. Project 25, where he's lining up all his loyalists to be able to come into the offices once he gets back into the president. And I'm afraid because I think he's going to make it back to the president.
Well, Leo, let me hold you just a moment. Don't lose your thought. But don't you remember when the fact was folks many times tried to hold who they were going to vote for until they went in to vote? Remember that? And
remember what again?
Remember when it was a time when people used to say it was a mystery who they were going to vote for until they went and voted. That's why it was like the little privacy thing. Nobody could know who you actually voted for until you actually voted. And many people, now we have all of these people that are speaking on behalf of their candidates. And what I'm speaking on, all of these billionaire, multi-trillionaire millionaires, and who are they supporting? Who are they supporting? And remember, you've got these businessmen who own, and I'm going to say it like this, the shadow, which is their people who work for them. And I'm talking about these entertainment families, these entertainment groups. I'm talking about these athletic entertainment groups. I'm talking about these folks who go in that USC martial arts type of thing, beating up folks and become stars. And people are just falling at their feet, loving who they are, will do anything to be close to them, their idol. What about the WWE folks? Those folks, the head folks of those folks, who are they for? Which means that the people who work for them are going to be working for that person's choice to run for president.
Yes.
And then you multiply that with each one of those persons got all of their fans who got all of their fans who they say, this is what I'm going to do. And guess what? All of those folks don't care who you say, those people are going to vote for that person's choice. That is what is being set up, and that is what has been set up, period.
Yes, it's always been that way. Because the next thing you asked me about, I told you democracy. The next thing that you have to understand is we say, in God we trust, right? That's our motto. In God we trust. Well, we know the truth of the matter is our God is the dollar. In the dollar we trust. That means capitalism.
Okay.
And so all of those people that you named, the athletes and all the other people, they have a market out there, and that market brings them dollars.
Yes.
So they're not going to do anything that spoils that market. Mm-hmm. So those billionaires that are like Trump that are making all that money and everything, they are going to try to curry favor with their markets. And therefore, they're going to speak their language. And everybody is concerned about their dollars. And it makes no difference what political ideology they belong to. They are all going to go for the capitalist money-making machine.
And
that's called free enterprise.
Free
and that's
enterprise.
Where you get into ideology. You know, Republicans believe in free enterprise. Well, free enterprise means that you can put your show in the marketplace. I can put my show in the marketplace. And if people like Billy Jones more than me, if you got 70% of the market and I got 30% of the market, the sponsors are going to come to Billy Jones. That's where the money is going to flow. And for me to get a bigger share of that, I've got to look at Billy Jones and see who he's bringing in and try to cater to them with my commercials or my message to them to try to pull them over to my side.
I'm going to get nasty. I've been off the microphone. I come back, I figure out a little edge.
Speaking to the mic, I can't.
I said I'm going to get a little nasty right now.
There you go.
Because the history says that just what you mentioned right there, when we look at the history of the black television radio stations in America and what happened to them, how did they get eradicated per se? What? Because the other folks told the people, we got greater, better marketing. We got a greater, better skill to get to people. We reach more people than those little bitty stations you got. They're saying, support us because we black and we're moving. We're saying we got the people. We're grooving right now. We got the money. We got the backing. We got the equipment. We got all of that. And what happened? They turned that into the process, telling the people that you're running a station, but your station is not really taking care of the market of the urban people. Us, the people of color. They need the other people to come in and save us. So what did they do, cable stations? What did they do? They came in and put the black stations out because they're saying, we can better serve the market than you guys.
Right.
And legally, they got the power. And legally, how America folks do to us is they get the power and legally then turned around and says, you guys, in order to get your signal, you're going to pay us $25,000 to $35,000 a month. You're going to pay us $25,000, $35,000 a month, or we're going to take your signal. Now, you tell me, when you multiply $25,000, $35,000 times 12, and you're barely making it, how do you maintain your signal?
You don't.
You don't, and guess what? The signal goes dark.
Right.
The signal goes dark, and guess what?
They say it's competition. And you didn't put the best team on the floor, and you lost.
And you lost, and guess what? All across America, with all the blood, sweat, and tears, and all those folks black folks who got together and was able to put together some radio stations and looked like they was doing well in their particular spirit. All those folks put together the television stations, first having to go buying time on this station and buying time on that station to play on this other station before they could get a 24-hour network station. Come on now. So would you continue?
Competition. I see again. I told you after the democracy, people don't understand how it works. Capitalism, they don't understand how it works. But capitalism at the base is competition, and that is, if I want I want to cut into Billy 70% of the marketplace, I got to peel off some of his people, or I got to bring more new people into my marketplace. It's called competition. And when you lose the competition, you say you were in the free market and you lost. And therefore, we ain't got no sympathy for you. But if you come up with some kind of way to embarrass me and show everybody that I don't deserve all of this market, then look at television and look at radio. Well, just look at television right now. You used to look at television, all the commercials now got black, Chinese, Asians, everybody else doing commercials. You and I grew up when television was all white.
Yes.
And the only time you saw a black face or even a brown face for that matter was the Cisco Kid and
Pancho.
and Jack
Pancho.
Benny and Birmingham or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see,
they were maids and whatever. So you didn't see no black faces. Now, when we started complaining about, well, where's your diversity and everything, they said, oh, well, we got to hold on to this market and everything. So we will pump the black faces into Leo Bazille's house because we know he's black. But that same commercial might be pumping into Alabama into a redneck racist with white faces, because I don't know, because they can do that with this digital stuff now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. Yeah, but, in terms of competition, it's like, we're going to do a 100-yard dash, okay, Leo? me and you. We're going to find out who's the best.
All
But
right.
it's 100 yards. I know they call it 100 meters, but for folks, 100 yards is easier for us, other folks to understand. But, Leo, I'm going to start at 10 yards ahead of you, and we're going to start together at the gun, so that'll be fair, right? But I'm going to be 10 yards ahead, so I'm actually going to be running 90 yards while you're running 100.
That means you have a 10-yard privilege advantage.
Uh-huh. So how is that?
So
how
what's
is that
privilege
competition?
advantage based on?
So how is that competition?
Why do you get 10 yards ahead of me?
So how is that?
What put you there?
That's right. So how is that competition?
That's not fair competition. We know that, but that's the way it is. That's
So
just
it's
the
all
way
that you spoke
things
of.
are.
So it's all that you spoke of, based on competition, quote, in words, but it was never a competitive marketplace because everything was always slanted to the other folk.
Well, it's not slanted. It's just that I was born to come out on the track, and that's the way the rules were. And you asking me, is that fair? And I say, no, it's not fair, but those are the rules. And
Yes.
so let's play by the rules.
Oh.
But you keep harping about that's not fair. So I got two things to do. I got to move you up 10 yards, or I
Okay.
got to move me back
Okay.
10 yards.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want you to move me back, so I'm going to fight you.
Okay. So that's what's going on now. Talk to me about now.
Yeah, but see, that Constitution that we go by, that's the next thing after capitalism. We have a thing called the Constitution. The Constitution is say we are going to agree upon these rules, and this is the way it's going to be.
Well, I tell you what.
Everybody's going to start on the 100-yard line,
Okay.
and that's the way it's going to be from now on. It's
Okay.
a change, but it's a rule that's agreed to, and it's called the rule of law.
All right. Well, we'll come back with that after the commercial break, okay? And we're going to go to
All
the
right.
commercial break. Family, we want you to remember, you're watching the Talk Beat Jones. I am that guy, the one to call Billy E. Jones. And we're here live on the Talk Beat Jones every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11. And, of course, you can watch us again on Sundays from, 4 to 5 on 105.2. Is that right?
You
15.2.
up.
Got it. 15.2. All right. So stay right there. And, again, we'll be back with more of the
You stay
Talk
with me
Beat
for a
Jones.
minute, Billy?
I'm talking about if we're doing something, you shut it down. Do that.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
Generational wealth. No risk, no reward. All entrepreneurs, get yours personalized with your business's name or logo. Order yours today. Go to our website, generationalwealthforlife.com, or call 313-220-9433. That's 313-220-9433. Generational wealth. No risk, no reward.
You know what it is, generational wealth.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Oh yeah, they're saying, Talk Beat Jones, here it come. A Talk Beat Jones, here it come. A Talk Beat Jones, here it comes. I am Billy E. Jones again, family, having some fun, feeling good, because why? I'm alive. I'm smiling, feeling relaxed, being with you on the Talk Beat Jones. You know, again, every Wednesday, tell your friends if they didn't pick us up before, they can pick us up live on a Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11, and they can go to that YouTube TV 33 on demand. Okay, and how about YouTube TV 33? You can do that, and you can pick us up. You can pick us up on an R.J. Watkins page. Ooh, I like that R.J. Watkins page. Why? Because you go down, you can watch us live. If there was something that you missed, you want to go back after it's over, hit it again. You can watch the repeat. It's all day, night long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a week. You can watch us. That's the way it works. Leo, are
well,
you
I'm
back?
glad you just screamed in my ear because
I
what
know,
you were talking about a minute ago, I could not understand.
Leo,
anything you
it
said.
ain't even no problem because it wasn't for you. It was
I
for
know, but
Now,
but
Leo,
brother,
Leo,
we're
Leo,
talking
Leo,
about
stop, Leo,
competition here.
Leo, stop, please,
Yeah.
stop. This man is 80 and he's driving me crazy. How do I get to be 80? Tell me, Leo, how do I get to be 80?
Billy,
Yeah.
by listening to somebody. That's right.
Okay.
You guys don't listen.
All right.
I'm telling you, I can't hear what you're saying. You're breaking up, and
Leo,
somebody there
Leo,
call you and
when
tell
I want
that
you to
people
hear,
that you think you're talking to cannot hear you.
Leo, when I want to hear you, I
No,
will
let's
speak.
go. Let's go. Let's get
All right.
back into the entertainment.
All right,
Let's
all
go.
right, all right. Folks, me and Leo, we like to have fun. You know, we don't get a chance to talk except on the rare. Hey, Leo, you were talking about the subject. What was that? You were breaking something down for us.
You're talking about democracy, and then it leads to capitalism, and capitalism leads to rules, and you were asking me about the rules, and I said, well, the rules are now the Constitution, and they say we all start at the 100-yard line together, and we can run together and everything. And every time you let me do that, I can tell you in terms of black history and the issue of race, we bring up them Jackie Robinsons who you wouldn't even let up at the plate, but we get up there and hit that home run the first time we get up.
Do they
If we
know?
get on first base, we steal second. We keep doing all these things, and so competition-wise, you don't want me in. And that is, if you got 70% of the market area and I want that market, I'm going to undercut your price. In other words, whatever you charge, I'll charge less than that, and more people start coming to me, to my station. Then all of a sudden, you got to lower your price in order to get those people back. That's why they say the validity of capitalism is it creates competition and it lowers prices. That's why we don't want anybody to have control of the market, and we have antitrust laws written into our Constitution.
And what were the trust laws supposed to prevent, Leo? Because I have some questions about your trust laws that you just mentioned.
Well,
right
if you have a monopoly in the market, that's called a trust. So the antitrust was to stop you from getting a monopoly. So if you control the gasoline market and everything, Exxon, we can come along and make you break some of that off the shelf. That's why, again, people that are capitalists don't like regulations.
Okay.
They're trying right now to get rid of regulation because they don't want the government in their business. And the governments are the regulators, and therefore we cannot control the government. We want to get rid of the regulations, and that's what that bottom-dwelling Congress is doing right now with the Republicans.
Did you say the bottom-dwelling what?
Yes.
Does that sound like kind of crappy or?
Kind of what?
Does it sound like them bottom-dwelling fish or what?
Yeah, no, if you look at the water, there are fish that are in the bottom. Well, let's put it into a household for you. The basement dwellers. The basement dwellers in the Republican Party have always been there, have been the base, and the elites are on the top in the country club set. And the country club set ran everything, and the middle class paid for everything, and the bottom dwellers was down there just being mad and angry and being pushed off into being seeing the enemies as the blacks, the browns, the gays, the women, or whatever, and they were satisfied. But now they wanted to come up to the living room with the middle class,
Thank you.
and some of them got up there, and then they started taking over because they recognized their vote, their say-so was important. And so now they've kicked out the Romneys and the Cheneys and all these other elite Republican, country club Republicans, and they've taken over. The bottom dwellers are now in charge.
So you call them the bottom dwellers.
Yes, like a catfish. Catfish is a bottom dweller, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing. We have had a process of what was called the hidden hand, the hidden political hand.
I'm not understanding you clearly. Say it again.
The HIDDEN, hidden hand,
right,
of political folks, groups that ran folks who were out front, let black folks be out front,
right,
through the years past. Now say that clearly, through the years past. However, let me throw my shoulders up here a little bit, get a little bold. However, during the era that Donald Trump started questioning Obama about his birth certificate, that brought up a groundswell of power in the folks who trusted and believed in Donald Trump and the power that Donald Trump possessed.
Well,
hold on. Now, that allowed, if you look at the history, since Donald Trump has empowered that class of folk, you look and they said, we don't need the hidden hand to be behind things. We don't even need those folks to be out front. We can step up. We don't have to act like we have to be nice.
Right.
We can stand up and say what we want ourselves. Whether they like it or not, we have gotten it into the legality of form.
Yes.
So we have the power, if we put the hammer on the country, right? If we put the hammer on the country right now, us who are in power, that everybody said that we're going to be less of folks in so many more years, we don't have to have the most population to be in power, because we know how to put it down legally so that by less numbers of people, we already got the power. And remember, if I've got $1,000 and you got 1,000 folks that don't have but $1, you got to get every one of those $1 folk in line to match my $1,000. So when you want to talk about the folks who got the money, and you hear people saying, but they don't want to take care of us. They don't want to do this for us. Guess what? Money talks. And if all the folks with the money say, we can do this and we can get more money, we don't care about the squeeze we putting on the other folk. We don't care. Now let's go into the USFL. Let's go into the USFL, the new football league. Let's go back how that was planned. Remember what they put together, 2 leagues to compete against the NFL. That was them doing their research to get folks to follow their style and to spread it out throughout the country. But you notice one thing, they use certain places to play the games. Oh, by the way, who used to be a part of this ownership group in this USFL, and it was XFL? Who was part of those ownership groups? Who was part of that at one point? Oh,
Trump.
Is his name Donald Trump? Was he
Trump
the person? Hold on now, hold on, mister. Hold on, mister. Jones is talking now.
All right, go ahead.
You see, I like to have fun with Leo. And the fact of the matter is, it was Donald Trump who took that league into the court and actually won and caused them to be dismissed.
There was a monopoly.
So when the NFL and Donald got in power, who did he attack? He attacked the NFL to weaken the people against the NFL, because he knew his buddies with the XFL, with the other league was getting ready to try to do what they're doing now. What did they do? Now they have combined both of those weak leagues to try to get stronger. Why, family?
To compete.
No,
to compete.
Hold on. But here's how the competing is designed, sir. Let's go back to the AFL back in the day when there was the AFL and NFL. And you remember what the AFL did to the NFL. We're the Oakland Raiders. We know what happened back then.
Right.
We know that the AFL was starting to put the pressure on the NFL by what? Not
winning,
by not by
winning market share on television.
Hold on, no, bro. What they did is they went for the jugular and said, we got a market for all of these college players coming out. Initially, we can't beat you, but we can start to cherry pick the best college players, offer them money, because our teams will combine and pony up the money to get that player that you in the NFL want to have. So the money,
right.
So you guys are going to have to pay more money. And as it got kind of crucial, as they started having players from the NFL start to jump to their league, the NFL says, wait. It's not just attendance. They're taking our revenue, our players. And we have to pay our players more money. How do you think, folks, that all of these salaries just skyrocketed? Why did it skyrocket? That was a boost. That was a boost from that competition, and the NFL had to pay. Guess what they're trying to do and what they're going to do now? It's not about you guys. Why do you think the tickets are so low priced? Just to get you in the seats. They don't. It's the commercials that will handle their business. But guess what? The end game is to force the NFL into a bind again. Because who is going to be competing for the players coming out of college?
The highest bidder.
The highest bidder. And now this league, and by the way, let's look at the old boy system that comes into that. All the old coaches that the media had written is all great, all Hall of Fame coaches and all of the other particulars. Guess what? After they done got beat, was told they was too old, the coach in the NFL, couldn't win no more. Guess what? Now they're gods in the USFL. So now they got the coaches, they got the connections. It go back to what? We're coming for you in NFL. You see it. And we'll have our president as the United States president. And you know what he's going to do for the NFL? Beat him like a dead horse. What do you think about that, Mr. Leo Brazil?
Well, you said a mouthful. I don't know where to even jump in. Everything you said was true. Again, I told you, I'm talking about capitalism, which is the free market, which everybody appreciates.
You can jump
left
in.
and right fighting over a free market. Well, it's a free market for football. We know that people love football. The Super Bowl had the biggest audience in the world.
But wait, Leo, where you could jump in is you can bring in the name Al Davis.
Well, again, it goes. Al just came in at the AFL level. He said, we got the NFL is in all these big cities, just like baseball. It was all on the East Coast at one time or in the big cities. So when they started the National League and the American League, they went to all of the big cities who could build them stadiums. Well, you had San Francisco have a stadium and a major league team, but Oakland didn't have no stadium and no team. And so when Oakland got a chance to be a part of the NFL, they then was the competition to the NFL. And the NFL said, "Oh well, we gotta get this guy Al Davis because he's producing winning teams out on the field, and he's getting bigger market share. So we better bring him into the home and make him a seat in the living room." And that's how the NFL and the AFL merged with each other, because the smaller cities that didn't have the big names, Oakland, Seattle, Houston, the cities like that, not the St. Louis's and the Bostons and the New Yorks and the Chicagos, they came in and put that competition down. And like you said, since everybody could then go after the best players coming out of college, the big boys started throwing down that money. You remember Trump tried to go with Herschel Walker, right?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
I remember a guy named, what was that other running back with Donnie Anderson? He got the first $300,000 contract, and everybody thought, oh, they paid a player $300,000. Man, they play the people that take care of the shoes in the league now $300,000.
But we're talking about the difference in what is happening then and the reboot. You see, folks, we're explaining to you how, if you don't know your history, you won't know where you're going, where they're going right now. So this situation that they're doing with this football league situation, it's actually a reboot of what was attempted years ago.
They're playing football over in England and China and every place else. They're spreading it over the world. The world market is out there now. They don't just try to limit their sports to America, because they see what soccer has done. Soccer's all over the world.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Here's the deal. When they decided to take basketball and make basketball where folks from all these different countries could play basketball, because the NBA had become too black.
Speaking to the mic, I can't hear
The NFL had become too black. The NBA had become too black. And they couldn't find in our native United States of America enough folks who didn't look black to be a person that could take a position on the basketball team when it was actually fair competition. Now, when it was not fair competition and there only could be so many black folks on a team, then that was different. But when it became a process, well, hey, this player just got to be on the team, and it just got to kept on being this player, and so the NBA became dominant black. They decided we can't find enough white folks in America to compete with these black folks on that basketball court to play in the NBA. What did they do? They said, we better go to this other place to have all these other folks look like us. May not be Americans, but they look like us. So now, but here's the trick part. Yes, and God bless. We got some of the greatest players that have come from Europe and other places that are dominating the NBA. But guess what? I keep looking at these college players, and all I'm hearing is all these African names. I'm hearing all these African names now. All these
the African NBA.
Yeah, I'm saying to you. Now, I am hearing all of these African names and the big boys. But here's the deal. The smaller guys with those African names are starting to dominate as well. So now what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now is the question. Now, I want to go real quickly to this thing they call the hip tackle, the hip drop tackle that they're putting into the NFL, that they are banning in the NBA, the NFL. Let me tell you about that. It's going to cost some players, some wonderful players, their jobs. You know why? You know why it's going to cost them some wonderful players their jobs? Because if I have a running back 225 pounds coming at me, and I'm a 175-pound defensive back, or I'm a 6'2", 195-pound defensive back, and I've got a 225, 30-pound running back coming at me, and he done hit a slip move, and now I got to try to catch him from the side or the back. I can't take my body and drop and take my body and bring him down. Guess what? How many ball players are going to go for the ride this year? How many ball players, they say it's 3rd and 1. How many times they're going to pitch that ball out to Derrick Henry and 2 or 3 people are going to jump on him and he's going to say, come on, fellas, let's take this walk. How many people are going to be able to bring down some of these big, strong, fast, shifty running backs, and you don't weigh but 175, even 200 pounds, and you can't use your body weight to bring him down?
That's the 100-yard dash with the 10-yard advantage.
Well, I say to you, sir, that on that one, it don't matter if you white, you black, you Chinese, it don't matter what color you are. If you're playing football and you got to tackle, believe me,
That's what I'm
believe
saying.
me,
So
they're saying all of that situation there, so
and
they
you
can say,
standing there shuffling your feet trying to grab him as he passes by you, because you can't lay down in front of him and
Nope.
trip him.
Nope.
If you jump on his neck, he gonna run with you because his legs still going,
Yep.
and your 170
Yep.
pounds ain't gonna bring him down without some help.
And the people don't. That's what I'm trying to say, is that all they want to do is for them now say, "Oh, look at him! He broke loose." Yeah, because all you're doing is arm tackling. They've shown you can't arm tackle in the NFL. You can't do it. You can't do it. So now you're telling me I can't put my body and use my body weight to bring this man
Right.
down? But this man can
Right.
come hitting. This man is running, and he can throw his fist at me. He can do anything to try to pop me in the face, knock my head back. I can't do nothing but reach out my arms, and if I grab
Right.
hold to him, and they say, hold on for dear life, yeah, as he drag you another 5, 10, 15 yards. You watch,
Yeah,
family.
but
You watch what they're doing.
The fans came, my market came to see touchdowns. That's
Yes,
what they want to see.
that's what they want. But I'm telling you, family,
That's
these
the
guys,
market. So we
but
gotta
these
cater
guys,
to the market.
but these guys who were smaller, fast, quick, could defend against the pass, and had the heart to come up and hit. They hit, but they turned their body. I played football, defensive back. I played the inside and the cornerback position. And I'm saying to you right now, there is no way that a smaller cornerback, defensive back, smaller, quick, fast linebacker is going to be able to bring down these players on these good hits, because many of your hits is from the side and grabbing the guy from slightly from the back.
Well, you were one of the greatest defensive backs coming out of the Bay Area football scene, so I got to give you that. But what I see is...
Hold on, Leo. I can't let you lie. Hold on, Leo. Can't let you lie. I can't let you lie, Leo. I was not. I played. I would play.
Okay, well, anyway, let me tell you that if you were back there
Yeah.
and you coming up against a 300-pound tight end, once you grab him around his neck after he catches the ball, he's going to run for another 15 yards. I mean, that was what the 49ers was all about, right?
Listen.
Get that tight end out there on the side, and once he catches the ball, he can run for another 15 yards.
Carrying you. Then we had,
Right.
at Laney College, we had Leon Burns. Leon Burns, the coaching staff went to the prisons. went to the prisons. I'm serious. I'm serious. They went to the prisons, got Leon Burns. Leon Burns was 225 pounds, had a 50-inch chest, 20-inch arms, ran the 100 in 9.6. Okay? Leon Burns, when they put him at running back, it took him a moment. It took him a moment. But when Leon understood what he could do, Leon was busting helmets. Busting helmets. Face masks. We didn't know they was giving him steak dinners for busting helmets, busting people up like that. But us as defensive backs, you see, when you practice something, you understand what not to do. And we understood with Leon Burns, we hurt him by going for his ankles. We didn't we didn't let him forearm us. We went for his calves and his ankles. And believe me, he played games on bad ankles from the practices. But he was a #1 draft choice for the St. Louis Cardinals. Norm Thompson, our defensive back captain, our actual pro, was the #1 choice also for the Cardinals. Norm Thompson is the reason they have free agency in the NFL. Check the history and see what's the player who did not stay and made them do what they're doing now. It was Norm Thompson, Laney College. Okay? I'm just having my fun today, family. I hope you enjoyed us having fun. That's what it was about. You have your opinions, you have your thoughts, and again, we're showing you it ain't about being that serious. It's about having a little fun. You get your friend, get your family. Let's talk about it. And then, when it's like your coffee and everything is chilled down, what's the real deal? That's what we really want to know here. Leo Bazile.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate you being with me today, having this fun on the Talk B. Jones. Give me your last goodbyes to your fans and your friends, Leo Bazile.
Vote.
Vote.
That's my message. You better vote.
All
If
right,
you
don't.
that dictator will have all of your butts in the hook. He's putting out a Bible. They're gonna buy $60 a piece, and it's got the Constitution in there. So he's division of church and state. He's putting it all in one book and
all right.
selling it to his market.
Yeah, but don't you understand? Have you got the book that they're giving to the children, selling to the children about like the King Trump? Have you got that book yet? They sell it's for the children. It's a book about Trump. It's for the children.
No.
Okay, we'll
No.
talup about it later. But anyway, I got to let you go. Appreciate you.
All right.
All
man.
right. All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right,
See
bye.
you whenever.
All right, family. So it was a good
Goodbye.
time. All right. Mr. Leo Bazile, council person, fantastic lawyer, et cetera, et cetera. But again, this has been the Talk B. Jones. Been having some good fun today. Hope you had enjoyed just relaxing, just being in alive in this wonderful studio, the Virgin Islands studio here, TV 33, Talk B. Jones. Remember, we're on the air live every Wednesday. And as you see, we never do our show the same way. Never. Never. That's not in our DNA. But we'll be back again on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11. Pick us up. Check it out. Like us. Share us. TV 33 on demand. We're there. R.J. Watkins page. We're there. We love you. We appreciate you. Got nothing but mad respect. And to Malik Shabazz, keep on working, bro. Keep on working. We're pulling it for you. We're pulling for you. You're doing good. Love y'all. Don't forget, Jones Aside Zoom. We're still there. We'll talk to you more about that next week. Love you. Bye, Dad. Bye, y'all.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones.